Hey, good morning. It's July 4th, 250 years. It's a great day. July 4th is my favorite holiday. It always has been. The fireworks, the barbecue, in the past, beers. Just a nice day. And plus the weather is usually great on that day. It's a great day. It's a great day to be an American. Today, I'm going to talk about a couple of clips that I've seen recently from JD Vance telling the Iranians that they need to behave. I don't know if you've noticed this, but he's done it in multiple interviews. He's used that word behave, I believe specifically, I believe intentionally. And I just want to sort of point out how off base that is for him to say that. Like, who is actually the one behaving here? Who is actually the one behaving here? I mean, let's see. Anyway, before I just jump into that, let's go here. Here's a clip, an interview with JD Vance. Okay.
That if the Iranians are behaving like a normal country, and if they make their country investable, then the Gulf Arab states are going to may decide to invest in that country, invest in their infrastructure, invest in their incredible resources. But I think it's important, not a single dime of that money comes from the United States. And in order for Iran to get that benefit, they have to show the Gulf Arab states that they're behaving like a normal country. Again,
it's so disrespectful, it seems to me, how this person could be telling Iran to behave. It's like, are they the ones that reached out and bombed another country totally illegally and unjustly, might I add? Are they the ones trying to hire Kurdish gangs to come cause upheaval in their country? Are they the ones who recently they said yesterday that, I mean, this is a little murky, but that Israel was trying to assassinate the delegates from Iran. They had a plan, but they need to behave. I think that they're saying that word specifically because it makes them appear as if they are the dominant player in the situation. They're not. Anybody who's paying attention to this knows that they're not. Iran is in charge of what's going on in that region, specifically in that conflict. Iran is in charge. Iran is driving the truck. Here's another one from JD Vance.
Fundamentally is it requires Iran to behave like a normal country. And if it doesn't, as so many people think that it never will, then it doesn't get any of the economic benefits. And if they do, then that's a great thing for everybody. It's a great thing for the Kurds. It's a great thing for anybody who has been under the...
It's embarrassing. It's another embarrassing thing. But, look, they are telling... I believe that they're doing this to try to appear dominant, appear like they're the big guy in town. They're not. If you're paying attention, you know that they're not. And I'm just waiting for Iran to be like, shut the fuck up. I'm waiting for Iran to just slap them in the front of their neck. So anyway, here was a response from MB Ghalibaf, I believe yesterday. It's a post on X. Okay. Now this is regarding the bullshit that Trump and JD Vance had been saying. Yeah, we'll release some of their frozen funds, but then they have to buy American corn. Like, please, dude. If you're Iran, you think about that. What the fuck? It's bizarre and it's bullshit. And anyway, here was Ghalibaf's response here. Okay, I'm going to try to put it right here. Imagine having 40-something million of your own citizens on food stamps and calling another nation hungry. Now he's saying that because they're saying, yeah, Iran is they need the food. That's what they're just it's all just a big bag of trash is what they feed us these big bags of trash, and we're supposed to eat these big bags of trash. Anyway, imagine having 40 something million of your own citizens on food stamps and calling another nation hungry. This is not a proclamation, this is a projection. Keep your SNAP advice. Our assets, our choices, mind your malnutrition rates. Oof, that stings, man. I feel like that. I feel like that's a nice response. Um, and And then, in regards to food stamps, it's a really interesting topic. I feel right now in America. I have been on food stamps in the past. I needed them, and they really helped me. I think it was about $210 a month or something like that. You can only Here's how it works. You get a card, and then it gets refilled like on the first of each month, and you get about $220 is what I remember from mine. I believe it was something in that area. It was something in that area. I just don't know exactly how much it was. And I also believe if you have kids, it might be a little bit more. I'm not an expert on that shit, but then you can take that card to the grocery store and you can buy certain items. There's also been some newer laws, I believe, at least in certain states, where you can't buy maybe like, I don't know. I believe they were trying to pass it where you can't buy soda or like large drinks or something like that, or like extremely unhealthy shit, which is whatever. That's another thing. But I just want to show you this. Now, I was just chatting with Claude. I'm going to put this up here. Now, this is what it says here. Here's where things stand. Now, this is for Snap. Current participation as of March 2026, roughly 37.3 million Americans. And remember, Golubov said you've got like 40 million people, 40 something million, he said. Well, the truth is, Golubov, we're actually at 37.3 million because several million have been removed from the SNAP benefits this year. Okay, anyway, as of March 2026, roughly 37.3 million Americans receive SNAP benefits. Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, I believe, down from 42.8 million 1 year earlier. That's roughly 1 in 9 to 10 Americans, depending on the month. Losses under Trump's second term, according to the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, tracking USDA data. By the way, this is from Claude. I don't know if I said that, but I was chatting it up with Claude. SNAP participation nationwide fell by more than 4 million people, nearly 10%, between the law's July 2025 enactment and March 2026. Looking at the past year specifically, participation is down more than 4.7 million people, or 11%. SNAP participation has dropped in every state, including by 5% or more in 42 states and 10% or more, blah, 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 blah. 808,000 children are off, it says. What's driving it? This traces back to the Republican budget mega bill, H.R. 1. I believe that's the big, beautiful bill signed July 4th, 2025, exactly 1 year ago today, which made deep funding cuts, expanded work requirements. Adults 18 to 64 without dependents now need 80 plus hours of work per month to qualify, training or volunteering, shifted costs to states, and ended eligibility for many lawfully present immigrants. Not everyone frames this drop the same way. Blah, blah, blah. It's just, dude, you're cutting people from the SNAP benefits while at the same time stealing taxpayer money to give contracts to Eric Jr. and Don Jr. to mine tungsten, while at the same time enriching yourself by $1.4 billion, according to Bloomberg, through crypto. And then I'm going to take the line from Jennifer Welch. You're rat fucking the American people. Rat fucking the American people out of SNAP benefits. These people need food. They need their food, man. See, that's the thing. I think that Trump could steal the 1.4 billion or whatever. You don't want to call it stealing. He could earn his 1.4 billion in crypto. I don't think people would care if they had their SNAP benefits. increase the SNAP benefits a little bit, throw them an extra bone, expand. This is what I feel. Expand the eligibility, allow people to take advantage of these programs when they're in need. I had SNAP benefits when I was in need. I was like in and out of rehab a couple of times, not working, flopping around life, struggling. And the SNAP benefits came in. I'm like, yes, I can get some food, Like, oh my God, thank you, God, I could get some food. That's what these benefits are for. And it's just they have a real hate. I believe that there's some level of hatred that the current administration has towards the American people. It's crazy. Like, they obviously hate Democrats, and just subsequently, I believe that they hate all of the constituents too. And that's just based on their actions. You could break off their words and say, yeah, these people don't like their constituents. But if you look at what they do to them, what they're doing to them, the medical care, the food benefits. Anyway, Gollyboff hit him where it hurts. Gollyboff slapped Trump in the front of the neck with that statement from X. And then here's just a little something for you. This is JD Vance, okay?
The zoo has come to town. Thank you for letting us come in here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You better behave. I'm sorry, that was a little much. I'm just saying, don't tell me to behave when you clearly don't know how to. Have a beautiful day. It's July 4th. I hope you have a great day. Maybe you can see some fireworks, eat a hot dog. Have a great one. See ya.